Hi, I'm Bob, and today I'm going to speak on a flash strike and a dead taxi driver. At the Mumbai airport the other day, the taxi drivers waiting outside went on a flash strike. They were angry and protesting. A taxi driver at the airport had had a heart attack and died. But why were they striking? Because for half an hour they had looked all over for an ambulance, searched for a doctor, and finally the cab driver passed away. Much as I sympathize with the bereaved family and also to those drivers who lost a colleague, my question to them is, what were you doing? Oh, yes, you went on a strike, flash strike, you called it. Oh, yes, you disrupted innocent passengers coming and going to the airport, and some must have missed their flights. But, sir, what were you doing? They have maybe 100 and more taxis parked outside the airport. And any one of them could have been used by the owner to rush the unconscious victim to a hospital close by. And there are quite a few good hospitals in the vicinity. Some of them hardly a kilometer away. But what were they doing? And that is the absolute apathy and indifference that exists in our nation. We are quick to blame the government. We are quick to blame the authorities. And everybody but ourselves. So often, yes, very often, a man or woman dies on the road because not a single member of the public stops and does anything. A little later, they blame the police or hospital doctors for not arriving on time. But what were they doing? If you want a clean city, start by picking up a broom and cleaning the dirt outside your doorstep yourself. Start by stooping to pick up the dirt. Start by stopping to spit in every nook and cranny. Stop by finding a dustbin and throwing your chocolate wrapper. But stop blaming the garbage man. Stop blaming the municipality. Stop blaming the government. Very often, after doing my morning walk, I sit a while on a bench at the park and hear people discussing politics or the state of corruption or how bad the world situation is. You must have gone through the same thing. They look at me with pitiful eyes and say, the world is getting bad. So let's make it good, I tell them. Let's bring change in our habits. Let's start with ourselves. And those same, yes, the very same people stare at me vacantly and look away. They have done their bit by shouting and yelling about the state of the economy and corruption. The taxi drivers did their bit with their flash strike, but a man's life was lost because they actually did nothing. What are you going to do to change such situations? Have a flash strike after a man is dead? Thank you. Think about it. This is Bob signing off.